Welcome back, everyone. Pedro here with another live stream. Just want to welcome you guys to the channel. Maybe it's your first time tuning in, guys. I just want to let you know that we do Forex trading. My name is Pedro, and we're live every single day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're looking to join a community you can count on, or you're just looking to finally become profitable or just understand the markets in a more simplified approach, you've come to the right place. Welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, but also hit the notification bell and hit all notifications. That way you don't miss a single live stream. And as you can notice, I am live right now in the evenings, just because I do find that a lot of people have requested it, and they do find it helpful. So here I am, trying to help you guys out as much as I can. So I appreciate all the support, all the love I've received, and so welcome to all of our new members. And we're gonna begin shortly, guys. I'm just gonna update some of the settings here on the video. In the meantime, if you are new, as always, guys, click the link below in the video description and you'll see our free Telegram group. It's Blessed Traders Academy. It's absolutely free to join, and I look forward to seeing you guys in there. We have an amazing community of traders, guys. I'm telling you, you can't miss out on that. Lots of great value to tune in, and lots of people sharing their ideas, and you know what I mean. It's a great environment to be, especially if you're just starting out in trading. So also, guys, if you're new, if this is like your first time here, please comment below. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We've got people from all over the world. I know that for a fact. So got people from Australia, from Kenya, from Spain, Greece, Italy, the States, Canada. So just let me know where you guys are tuning in from. And we're going to begin shortly. So let's go. We got Jeffy or Hey Faye. Hi, what's good? What's good, man? What's good? Welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link here too in the chat box below, guys. We're gonna wait for a couple more people to tune in, and then we'll get started. All right, and I got a video coming out tomorrow, guys, so keep an eye out on that too. After a live stream tomorrow morning, I'm going to be releasing a new video on, basically it's going to be going over our Gbpusd trade that I took and I shared also in our free Telegram group. That actually helped me double my my small little $100 challenge account, and it's right now sitting at floating at around $364 right now. So we were able to more than double that account. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'm trying to get it to 1,000 probably by the end of this week. Probably get, like, I could get it sooner, but you always want to manage your risk. You don't want to just be over trading, over leveraging just to reach a certain goal. I mean, you can, but I want to do it the right way, guys. So, and just show you that even if you are doing proper risk management, you can still be successful in your trading. And you can still flip an account really quick. Okay, so welcome, guys. Welcome to the family. For those that are new, I'm gonna just let our Telegram group know, because I know that some people aren't really active as much, and then we'll get started. Hope you guys are having a good evening, good night. Right now here in Canada, it's 10:46 p.m. We're in New York time, so it's a little bit later in the evening. Okay, so let's see if we can catch anything, or if there's any opportunity in the markets. I know that it's been kind of I've been keeping an eye on the markets right now, and they're just kind of ranging a little bit. So we're gonna get started, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, all the love, and you guys know that we're here every single day. And so yeah, look forward to profiting this week yet again. Last week we had an amazing week. We only had technically one loss, which was -6 pips, but other than that, we caught over 505 pips. I have it noted down in my I shared it in the free Telegram group as well. We were up 505 pips this week alone, so amazing week, guys. Guys, we're at 5 likes. Can we get it to 10 likes? Let's go. We got a couple people here joining in. Okay, so we're gonna get started, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're gonna get started with gold. What are we looking at with gold? So as I mentioned earlier with gold, remember I told you guys before the market even opened, I was expecting some sort of a pullback. Remember I said either two things could happen. Price could either go up a little bit higher and then retrace back to this level structure, or price could instantly pull back when market opens, which it did, and we could see price either hold this level of support or continue to pull back to this level of support area here. So right now it seems like it is holding this level of support currently. However, I'll be honest with you, I do think that it may still come down a little bit, especially after a strong push like this. We may expect price to maybe come back down a little bit before it actually comes back up. However, I do want to just kind of always want to look at the bigger picture, always want to look at the higher time frames and understand where we are in the markets, right? Because we do have to realize that price in the past did respect this level structure. And remember, these aren't just a certain level like this. This is a zone, right? So we have to keep that in mind and always remember that. So even if, for example, price is where it is right now, this is still technically a zone, right? So if we pull this down like this, right now, how does that look, right? It still seems like price could still potentially pull back. Now what it is doing is, for example, it is collecting certain buy orders for people to be like, well, I'm going to start looking for buys now because it is holding this level of support. And then surprise, surprise, you wake up tomorrow morning and gold just melted 200 pips, right? Or 130 pips. So that's something that we have to be mindful, right? As traders, you know, there's many things that could happen. And so in the markets, you really have to kind of look at what we can expect, right? And always look at the probabilities, highest probable setups, and that's what's going to help us be successful, guys. Okay, so 1 second here. Let me just read here. Tony, hey Pedro, glad to see you live, bro. Ready for another week of profit. Let's go. Let's kill it, Tony. Let's go, bro. Okay, Fruffer, Nasdaq. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, my man, but yeah, we'll take a look at Nasdaq in a second here. Nasdaq looks like it was pulling up really nicely anyways, but we'll come back actually to gold. And then the Dixie, so the dollar index, it seems like it may be falling slightly, but remember these were levels that we were looking at anyways as potential levels of support. So even this area here, we may see it come back up, you know, form some sort of a double bottom, and then we may see it finally come back up like that, right? So if that's the case, right, then surprise, surprise, there's the melt for gold, right? So, you know, it might create some sort of a potential double top, or, you know, retest these highs, and that's what we can expect there for gold. So if we move over to Nasdaq, what are we expecting for Nasdaq? So we were looking at Nasdaq and we're pretty much at this level of support in this ranging market. However, we always want to look at the bigger picture to understand much more clear what we can expect. And clearly we can see that this is a level structure, right? You can see support, we got actually resistance, support, and we've got support over here, and it's retesting the level support once more. This is the weekly time frame, guys. So this is pretty significant. We're pretty much at a crucial level right now where price could do anything at any given time. It could either break below this level structure, or it could actually break and hold it, break above and hold this level support. So now that we know that, it pretty much, remember, I did a live this morning, you know, kind of weekly forecast this Sunday morning. And I told you guys that, you know, what I wanted to see is price hold this level of support for Nasdaq. And it seems like it did. It did close a little bit bullish, which is good. And then this candle here seems like it's starting to potentially push higher. So for a daily candle, we may see probably Nasdaq push up. Could be a possibility. We do have a little bit of resistance here. We do have to keep that in mind. We got support, a little bit of resistance, support. So this is a level of structure that we do have to watch out for. So if we narrow it down to the 4 hour, Okay, and we kind of just zoom in a little bit here. We can see clearly that, you know, it is holding the level of support, which is good. But we also have to keep in mind this area here that I mentioned, right? We got lots of support and resistance on this key level that I'm pointing out right now. Let me clear the charts because this is just a little bit choppy and all over the place. So if we go back to the daily, so I'm not going to redraw everything, but you guys can see, okay, we know that this is a level. Hold on, I'm just going to draw it like this. We know that's a level, key level of support on the weekly. Okay. And we could say that this is a high as well here. Okay. And so we narrow it down to the 4 hour, right? And we could see that it is holding this level of support. Okay. And we are kind of in a range right now. We're in a range. And we can see that pretty much this is a high level here, that a major level of structure that we can consider and realize that, hey, this is where price could potentially come up to, right? And then I don't know if you guys remember the NASDAQ trade we took live last week, but we were able to profit crazy. Like, you know, we took over, I think we took our TP around here, but look, price melted after the news, although it would have knocked you out because of this wick here. So, but anyways, so this is what I'm expecting, guys. I'm expecting NASDAQ to potentially push to these highs. That's something that we may expect. So we've got lots of room here. But this is kind of where I'm expecting price to potentially react at this level of structure over here. Could it come back down and retest the lows? Yes, that could be a possibility. But that's something that could probably happen tonight. We may see it kind of range a little bit, and then we may see some sort of a breakout. And again, what do we look for when we're in a range, guys? We look for a breakout. So if we're waiting for a breakout, then we know that pretty much we could either see a breakout. If we see a breakout to the upside, right? If we go down on the 30-minute tomorrow, and we know that it's been ranging, all we need is a breakout to the upside. And if that's the case, we narrow it down to the 15-30 minute, and then we can get on perfect buy opportunities, right? So there's lots of room to the upside potentially, especially after a strong move like this. We can expect price to range like this and exhaust. That is completely normal, guys, for the markets to do. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there for NASDAQ right now, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Guys, we're at 7 likes. Let's go. Can we get it to 10 likes? Let's go. Okay, so welcome to all of our new members as well. Just want to give a huge shout out to all of our new members that are tuning in tonight. Maybe it's your first time, whatever the case is. I just want to welcome you personally, let you know that you are welcome to the family. And, you know, all the new family members also do not forget, I can't hesitate this enough, do not forget to hit the little notification bell and hit all notifications. That way you don't miss a single live stream, guys. Because typically I'm always here for sure in the mornings at 7 a.m. But these type of live streams in the evenings, you won't be notified unless you actually have that little bell icon activated. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for NASDAQ. US 30, similar, you know, we have been kind of ranging here. Look at that range. Then we got a break above. But remember what I told you guys previously, you know what I mean? I'm expecting potentially, especially on the higher time frames, you always want to look at the bigger picture, always understand the overall direction, right? Is that we are pretty much still in a downwards trend. You know what I mean? You can see it clearly. You know, it is forming some sort of a pattern here where it's slightly opening up, but that's not the point. Regardless, we're kind of at a level of resistance here, and I'm expecting probably price to continue to go down further. However, we may get price for US 30 come back up once more, create some sort of a double top similar to what happened over here on the left hand side, or over here. Look, double top, you know, double top, although there's a little bit of a space there, but you guys get the point. Price retested this high before it actually melted. This was not the case. Obviously, it's not going to happen all the time. And then so right now we're holding this level of support, so we may get a retest once more before we actually melt to the downside. However, if we get a break above, then that gives us a little bit more of an indication as to where price may be heading, and just give us an indication that, okay, you know what, we've broken out of this kind of ranging downwards trend to now maybe creating new highs or into another consolidation. So that's something that I'm looking at overall for US 30. And then if we kind of narrow it down to the to the 4 hour, we could clearly see that, you know, we were trending to the upside within this downwards trend. Remember, we always want to keep in the back of our mind as traders, you know, the overall bias of the market. Okay, so knowing that potentially we're looking for sells, right, we just have to keep that in mind, that okay, the overall direction is to the downside on the higher time frames. So now that we know that, but look at this, we were trending to the upside. Look at this, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? Created the double top, boom. Now it broke this level structure. However, this is not significant enough for me to start looking for sells yet, guys. Look, we were in a range here on the, I guess you could say even on the 1 hour, you could see a little bit clear. We were kind of ranging sideways, right? We had some sideways action, kind of broke above, and it's kind of holding this level of support right now. So it's just choppy, to be honest with you. I don't really see anything happening right now. And the only way I'm going to see sells, excuse me, for US30 will be any level below this level structure at around 31,914. That's kind of my level that I'm going to expect. And I could probably just leave, I'm going to leave an alert here. Crossing sell area. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there, right? So I'm not going to look for sells until it actually breaks below this level structure. And we got a closure below this level structure. And not only that, we come back up and retest and we reject it and we hold it as a level of resistance. Otherwise, we may get into a fake out like this where it broke below, right? And then it came back up. But then look, that's a clear indication of a fake out right there, right? So we always want to wait, especially when price breaks a certain level. We always want to wait for a clean retest, and we want to see price reject that ceiling. Okay, and US30 should be going for sells. Not yet. I'll let you guys know though. If you're many, can you explain fib retracement a bit? Yeah, bro. Yeah, of course. So basically the fib is, I don't know the full mathematicals, but basically I don't typically trade much with it. But the fib is like, for example, it's all mathematical based. So like if you go down like this, for example, let me show you. Let's say, for example, GU. Okay. So let's say GU here. So if we say we grab the fib and we pull it from here. So this is the high to the low. Okay. And oh shoot, hold on. High to the low. And so basically it'll tell us what level price is retracing back to. Typically price will always pull back anywhere between 60% to 50%, which is our golden zone. When price doesn't pull back, or it pulls back further, then at this point it's just telling us that the overall direction is starting to shift. Okay, this could just be some sort of a potential fake out, and we may actually see GU continue to go down further. But the most ideal spot is for price to retrace about 50%, which is 0.50 and 0.618, right? So this is kind of, it's all mathematical. I don't know the full technicals in between as to how it works or how it's calculated. You know, some people literally just trade based off of fibs, right? But you know, I use it sometimes as a level of confluence, or maybe as a level as to where I want to target my areas, right? So like if I, for example, we were looking at sells here. I remember this retracement. That's where we took the GU trade last week. This was kind of where I took it. So this impulse was here. This was obviously news. So if you grab, for example, from this impulse here to the lows over here, we can see that we got a clear rejection. Sorry, hold on. Let me put it properly there. We got a clear rejection on the 0.50. What does that tell me? That the selling pressure is so strong that it only pulled back, or it retraced back up to 50%. Right? So it was so strong that it usually, if it just touches it like that, that means it's really strong, right? So that's a good potential continuation to the downside. And then if you realize over here at 0.618, which it extends it, that's like TP3. So we got TP1, TP2, TP3, right? And so TP1 is typically the lows, right? So that's kind of where we target the lows. By then you're already, you know, most of the times you're already kind of moved, you took partial profits, you already moved your stop loss to entry over here, and pretty much the rest is risk-free, right? So then TP2 would be this level here, and TP3 would be 0.618, which is pretty spot on, guys. If you look over here, we got, you know, support, resistance, resistance, right? So it's pretty good. And the only way I typically use it is just to point out kind of my key levels where I'm like, okay, this is where I'm expecting to take profit. But again, everyone trades differently, so that's usually how a fib, I mean, the way I've learned it, right? So gold opposition, no, I'm waiting on gold. Gold's ranging right now. Yeah, sorry, my man. Gonna wait. I don't want to go to bed, man, and I want to go to bed and sleep peacefully, wake up in the morning, and then if there's a trade opportunity, I'll get in. But if gold doesn't look like a good opportunity, I won't hop in. All right. You guys have any questions for me? Any other pairs you guys are looking at? All right, so we're gonna continue on here, guys. Guys, we're at 11 likes. Let's go. Can we get it to 15? Let's see if we can get it to 15 likes. Okay, so what am I expecting for GU? To be honest with you, with GU, I may expect it actually to come back up slightly until probably London Open, and we may see it melt. However, this is a quite significant retracement, but we also have to keep in mind that it is also a level of structure where price has respected in the past. And we also did break previous lows here. So if we see here, for example, we've got support, resistance, right? Resistance, a little bit of resistance, wick rejections here, resistance, a little bit of support, and now resistance. So I'm expecting potentially GU to come back up maybe a tad bit more, and then we may see it pull back down and probably retest this lower level here. We may see it melt once London opens, could be a possibility, and then we can kind of target the lows. Typically when we see a pattern formation like this, which is kind of like a ascending wedge pattern formation, slightly not the most ideal, but you know, where price is slightly trending up, but then it fails to break above, you know, a certain level of resistance, and then it breaks below. Typically we target the lows of you know, this pattern formation. So we can potentially expect that you know, we may see a continuation to the downside long term. And so if we know that, we would just want to see some sort of a rejection. However, we may see price kind of push out like this, right? We may get like a huge overlap over this level of structure where price may come back up for London session and then finally melt, right? So we don't know. That's why I have my alert system set there, and then I'm gonna put here like the moving average right now. Typically you want to focus on market structure, but I do want to show you that we are in a downwards trend. So we also have to understand that what is the overall direction of the market. That's also going to help us dictate what price may potentially be doing. And so, you know, we know that we're trending to the downside, and you know, we're respecting this level high over here, this lower high. So we may expect a continuation to the downside for GU. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there for GU. I'm expecting potential continuation to the downside. However, short term, like I said, we may see some sort of retracement, retest back up to these highs, potentially even a little bit higher. But even here, if we narrow it down to the 4 hour and I put like my 50 moving average and the 20, we got a cross here. So it's not just about the cross, but the fact that maybe, you know, price will reject the 20 moving average here. And then by the time that price maybe comes back up, the 50 will be close. And then we may see a rejection of the 50 moving average for another confluence of, you know, okay, price is respecting this downwards trend line as well. Plus we broke below this upwards trend line. So that's kind of what we're looking at there overall. Okay, welcome guys, welcome. We got a couple new members just tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so I hope you guys understood that explanation there on GU. Let's go. We've got Raul Hunter, German 30. Let's go. I don't usually trade that, my man. But we can take a look at it. Let's take a look here. For humanity, more explanation on main fake outs. Yeah, the most important thing you really kind of want to look out is for confirmations, right? So like I said, we don't know. We always kind of want to wait, right? It's kind of like with gold, right? If we go to gold right now, how do you know that this is just going to be now? For example, some people are saying, oh, well, you know, we're looking at gold buys because, you know, we're holding this level of support. Yeah, but how do you know that this isn't just a fake out at this point? You know, how do you know? Well, the only way you really know is pretty much is if it finally breaks below in, right? But it's similar to like these levels here, right? If you see, for example, let's kind of restart here. Let's say this right here, right? When you see this, okay, and you see a push like this, and you're like, damn, it just broke below this level. You're expecting, okay, maybe gold's gonna slowly close or something, might create a wick, and then we may see price kind of pull back, and then we may see a retracement, right? But we don't know. Let's say, for example, even this level here, let's move it up here because this is a little bit lower, but let's move it up a tad bit there. There we go. Right? So then we're looking, okay, well, we got that strong momentum. We may see rejection. We got levels of support here, so which is future resistance. So we may see a rejection of this level structure for potential sell continuations, right? Sounds about right. Yeah. But you have to always wait for candle confirmations, right? So what I mean by that is you need to wait for this candle to close, and potentially you need to wait for the next few candles to close above and wait for the retest. The retest needs to reject this level, okay? And sometimes, I'm sorry if I'm moving this here, but it's kind of like this. The move will be more shorter lived. But sometimes we need to see a rejection of this level of structure as a price is failing to break above for us to actually continue to see sells, right? If we don't see sells, or we see that price just pushes above this level of structure, then that's a confirmation that it was a complete fake out and that we're not looking for sells. The problem is a lot of traders, they see the strong move and then they get in on sells here and they're like, well, even if it pulls back a little bit, it's going to still sell anyways. Do you get what I'm saying? But what was the problem there is that your entry was way too early. You got in way too early and now you're stuck in this trade, and then it ends up hitting your stop loss and you lose more money than you'd hope for because you didn't wait, you weren't patient, and then you didn't wait for the rejection. So you didn't wait for the retest, or maybe you waited for you got in because you thought, okay, we're in for sells for sure because we got a strong momentum, and then you didn't wait for the retest or the rejection of that level, right? You don't know. It could probably come back up. So that's how we kind of wait for it. Best advice typically for fake outs is just wait for confirmations. Be patient, guys. And trust me, that's how you'll avoid them as much as possible. Now, there's times that, you know what I mean, price will do anything at any given time and you'll get wicked out, and it is what it is, right? You move on and you just kind of move forward, right? That's just part of the game. And yeah, guys, you kind of go from there. So guys, we're at 12 likes. Let's go. Can we get it to 15? Let's get it to 15 likes. Were you guys able to understand that explanation? Which is the most important thing. You guys understanding that? Yeah. Let me know if you guys understood that explanation there on gold. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right, we got perfect. That was clear. Nice, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna move on here, guys. I want to see if we can catch any opportunities, because I'll take some trade setups before I go to bed too. So if I see something, I set it and forget it. So we'll see if there's any opportunities. Let me see if I can scope something here, guys. But like I said with gold, right? People think, oh man, it's a level support, and then boom, breaks below. You're like, what the hell happened, man? What the heck? You know what I mean? It's just what it is, right? It could just be a fake out, right? We are seeing also like a bearish candle. We're seeing weakness, indecision, even on the 4-hour time frame. Look at this candle here on the 4-hour time frame. That's indecision, guys. Let me clear the charts. Look at that. That's indecision, right? So we'll see what ends up happening anyways, and then we could see it even here with the dollar, right? But do you see my arrow here? I was expecting it to pull back a little bit and then before it goes up, but again, it could just continue to go higher or push below. But it seems like it is holding this level support for sure. So we may see a retracement on gold. We'll see. So similar concept here with GU. It seems like it is holding this level support right now. We could see a little bit levels here that are marked off here, a little bit level of support. Again, it's just ranging right now, but overall, maybe for London session, we got a cross here on the 1 hour. We may see it come back up, and that's where it's going to trigger my alert, and then we may see it probably just reject this high. If we get a rejection already and we get like a bearish candle form, I would get in on sells right away and target the lows for sure, which would give us a good opportunity. We're talking about over 190 pips to the downside on that move alone. Even if we get a little bit more of a push to the upside, which will be a little bit more complex, but even then we'd still have, let's see if we got a push to the upside. What's 126 pips? Could be a possibility still. We could still get a push to the upside. Like I said, a retest to the 50 moving average. By the time it gets around here, we may see price come back up, create some sort of a push to the upside here, reject these levels over here. We got support, and then may see it actually melt after that. Could be a possibility, guys. So we'll see. Patrick, we never miss the trade. We either get in with confirmations or by emotion, the trade still happens. Yes, that's right. You never miss a trade, guys. It's once you start mixing in like your emotions and stuff, it really messes you up, man. Trust me. And you always kind of want to stick to your plan. That's why I focus on quality over quantity. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys will see how I trade and you'll understand how I do it. So, and I want to teach you guys how to do that as well. Maybe, some of you are just starting out. Some of you already have experience. So some of you already know how it goes. But yeah, so we'll come back. Right now, it's just sideways action. I'm not expecting anything. We are kind of creating a more of a complex pullback at this point. Price is moving up. However, this might fake out a couple people where they might be like, well, we're getting a push to the upside. This is holding a level of support. We may see this is, the strong momentum. We're getting the pullback. It's holding the level of support. So we'll look for buys. Yeah, you could get that. But remember that overall we're in a downwards trend. And so we just have to be mindful of that, right? That, maybe price might come up to this high for London session and then completely melt, right? So we don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at GJ. GJ, similar concept with GJ. You could kind of see already I had my arrows already set up. GJ had been ranging for quite some time. We kind of got the break above this range finally. You could see even on the 4 hour, on the daily, it's a little bit more cleaner. You could see that we were ranging for the longest time. We were ranging for a while, since like the beginning of the year. We finally got a break above, and then we're like, okay, we're waiting for retest. We had this wick rejection. We thought, man, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna go back in. It's a fake out. Then price pushed us back up, and then look at this huge melt below. So at this point, some people are saying buys, but I'll be honest with you, the way I'm seeing it personally, I'm expecting probably sells at this point. I'm expecting it actually maybe to continue to stay lower. Could be a possibility. I'm expecting sells as long as it rejects this level. If it breaks above or pierces above this level and closes above it, then yes, we may be looking for sells. However, I do have to point this out. On the daily, you know, it seems like we are kind of respecting this upwards trend here, and we've got a cross of the moving averages on the daily. So we may see GJ continue to go a little bit higher. It's just we need to see what ends up happening, if it will reject this level as a level of resistance, or if it will not respect this level of structure and actually push to the upside. Because then if it does that, then that will be that confirmation similar to what we saw here. So if we get this candle, let's say for example on the daily, close bullish above this level of structure, we see something like this, then that'll be a confirmation that we may expect price to continue and create a new leg, probably retest these highs over here or GJ before we see a continuation to the upside. So that's something that I'm looking at, and we have to be considerate, because we always want to look at the bigger picture and what we can expect price to do. Okay, guys, you guys with me? You understanding that explanation? Yes, guys, if you're understanding that, give me a thumbs up, or leave me a fire emoji in the chat box below, guys, if you understood that explanation on GJ. Also, if you're new to the family, guys, welcome to La Familia. I'm super excited to have you guys here. Like I said, we're here. We're one big family, and we're live every single day, guys, at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're looking to level up on your trading, or you're looking to, you know, join a community you can count on, we have an amazing community, guys. And you know what? I'm going to share here the link to our free Telegram group. We have an amazing community on there as well. So, you know, we've got great traders there too. So I'm going to put the link there. Make sure you guys tune in and join our free Telegram group, guys. Blessed Traders Academy. It's absolutely free to join in, and I look forward to seeing you in there. I am active and live there as well. So let's continue on. So that's my overall outlook there for GJ. We may see a rejection of that level. However, on the 4-hour, look, we got that cross of the moving average. So we're literally at a crucial level where we may see GJ. Look at my arrows here. Look, this was kind of like, what was it, 5 o'clock? So that's November, Sunday. Look at Sunday. I'm like, okay, we may see it come back up still to these highs. That's why I have my alert here, guys. Okay, this is really, really important to understand why I'm expecting price to do that. If we get that rejection that we want here, okay, let me take my moving averages here, but if we take that rejection, if we get a rejection of this level structure, which is the resistance area, then we may expect a continuation to the downside, right? Problem is this might fake out a lot of people, because a lot of people might think for the buys, right? Remember what I told you guys, we may target these highs, and this could be a buy setup, right? Because it has been slightly trending to the upside. However, we did break this low. So you just kind of really have to understand that, you know, price may do that, but in reality of it, if we get the rejection of this level structure and we reject the 20 moving average, which we could see it's already forming here, and we got a cross on the 50, I'm expecting probably GJ to melt, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at there, guys. Let's move on to Euro USD. We'll come back anyways in the morning and we'll reference to welcome, guys. We're at 13 likes, guys. Can we get it to 20? Let's go, guys. Can we get it to 20 likes, guys? I really appreciate all the love and support, guys. Here, hold on. That's my OBS. Give me one sec. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD, I was expecting it to probably retrace. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to clear the charts because it's really messy. I'll take off the moving averages. As you guys know, I don't really trade with indicators. The only indicators I typically use are the 20 and the 50 moving average. Other than that, I don't use indicators, guys. I really don't. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We have held this level of support even on the weekly. You can see that on the weekly, this is quite significant. Perfect. That's all we need to know. Maybe another weekly level we can focus on here too is this level here. That would be the next level if price ends up you know, pushing out of this range and it continues to go higher. But that's about it. Let's go to the daily now. So the daily, we see that price is respecting this level of structure. We can see that price on the daily and on the 4 hour was trending to the downside for quite some time. We've been seeing a downwards trajectory since January of this year, guys. That's quite significant. Okay, so the euro has been weak for the longest time. Now again, there's so many variables of how we can look at the markets, right? There's so much that involves price movements, you know, news, everything that's going on. However, what did I tell you guys last time? We got a nice break above finally for the euro, and we got a retest at this point. However, we do need to realize that price may range for a while. You know what I mean? After a move like this, we can expect price to range, and that's just part of it, guys. You know what I mean? So now that we are ranging, what do we look for when we're in a ranging market, guys? Right? What do I teach this to you guys every single day. What do we look for when we're in a ranging market? We look for, give me one sec here, guys. There. Okay, thank you so much. We had one of our members here tell us that. Okay, so let's go back. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we were at the weekly here on the Euro USD. You guys should see my chart now. That's the OBS logo. Sorry about that, guys. You should be able to see my charts now. You guys good? Okay, so what were we looking at here for Euro USD? Okay, what were we looking at here? We know that on the weekly, we marked off our levels. I already marked it off here so that you guys could see. And what it is, you can see here clearly, we've got what? We've got resistance, support, support, and support right now, okay? Perfect. Now we know that. This is also another level for the weekly time frame that we can see support, 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 and potential future resistance, okay? So now that we know that, we kind of narrow it down to the daily. Let's go down to the daily for the Euro USD. And we could see clearly that we have been in the downwards channel for the longest time. You know what I mean? So now, like I mentioned to you guys, we can't expect price to, even though it broke and did a retest, we can't expect price, okay? Listen closely, guys. This is I'm telling you how to look at the markets, and trust me, even though we're not looking at trades right now or a trade right now at this moment, this is going to help you a lot with your trading. So the market is not going to just shift over right into buys right away. We're going to see the market range. Typically, the market will be ranging most of the time. Okay, so on the daily, we started to notice that we shift and we failed to break above this resistance level. So yes, we broke above, we broke above this downwards trend line, but we failed to create a new higher high, if that makes sense. Okay, because we didn't create a new lower low and we failed to create a new higher high, if that makes sense. So now that this officially makes it into a ranging market, we are ranging or consolidating, however you want to call it. You know, I doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So now that we know that, let's narrow it down to the 4 hour. Okay, and this is what I was looking at here on the 4 hour. So we know that we can trade the highs or the lows of the range, similar to what I already had here. Let me clear the charts. So let's take a look here. So now that we know that, we were trending to the downside even here on the 4 hour. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing here. And we got a break. Okay. So even if we do it on the 1 hour, it should be a little bit more clear. There we go. So we got a break and we got a push to the upside. We knew that this was a level of support here, quite a significant level of support here. So we saw price potentially doing either a break below or seeing price finally break out of this downwards trend line. So do you guys see what I'm saying? So now at this point, what I'm expecting for Euro USD is potentially we may expect, especially after a strong move like this, guys. Remember what I told you guys, after a strong move like this, we expect price to exhaust, take a break, range. So at this point, we may see a range, and that range could either take us till tomorrow morning, and we may see a strong momentum push either to the upside or a strong momentum push to the downside or some sort of a retracement. If we get a retracement, then we can start looking for potential buy setups. However, right now, I don't really see anything for Euro USD, okay? If we reject this level, I'm looking for sells though. So if we reject this level, I'm expecting Euro USD to come down to these lows over here. as TP1, probably like this level over here. I'm just gonna erase all this because there's a lot going on here. There we go. And then this gives us, let's see what kind of range we have. So 72 pips, and if it comes all the way down here, anywhere between 120, 72 to 120. Yeah. I don't think it'll go that far, probably around there. That's 71 pips. And then we just kind of be ranging for a bit and then see what price does. We got MK here. MK, welcome. We've got Big Joe. Yeah, bright and clear. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. If you guys understood that explanation, smash that like button for me, guys. And let's continue on. So we'll come back to Euro USD anyways. We'll reference back to it. Euro odd. What are we looking at for Euro odd? If we take a look at the weekly, actually, we don't have to go that far, but it seems like we are holding this level of support. So we broke above this level. You can see here with a strong momentum push, and it was a bullish candle close. So now we're retesting it as a level of support. So at this point, also, not only that, we can see that this is a clear double bottom formation here on the weekly. So this is an indication to us that we may expect price to come back up and probably retest these highs for Euro odd. So if we narrow it down to the daily, now that we know that we have this kind of double bottom formation, we know that we broke above this level structure and we're holding it now and retesting it as a level of support on the daily. We can expect potential buy setups starting to form soon for Euro odd. And then you could see even here, look, so we were kind of like holding this level of support. We had a fake out here at this level and then price pushed above. Obviously, I want to see a stronger momentum push, but we can, as long as we hold this level of support here and price doesn't break below and close below and continue to go down further, I'm looking for potential buy setups for Euro odd. I don't see anything right now at this given time. Yeah, like I said, maybe if we see price will probably pull back overnight, and then we may see something like this. So we may see some sort of a pullback, and then we may see a strong momentum push when we for New York Open. And then that's when we want to get in on the pullback here on New York Open potentially. And then we can expect a continuation to the upside, right? Then we might get it kind of take a break when it comes up to these highs over here, right? And then continue to range. Could be a possibility there for Euro odd. We won't know yet, but this is kind of my overall expectation for this pair. Euro New Zealand. What are we looking at for Euro New Zealand, guys? Seems like we are holding this level of support here on Euro New Zealand. Weekly seems like we may actually be holding this level of support. Yeah, we may actually be holding this level of support. We got some sort of a double bottom here as well. Got that W pattern here formation, and we are holding this neckline here as a level of support. Right, so we go to the daily, it's definitely not looking bullish, I'll tell you that. It's not looking bullish, but if we clear the area here, we may see some sort of if we see a double bottom, so if price comes back down once more and we get a rejection of this level structure here, we then may see price come back up and at least retest this area here and probably potentially come up to these highs. But I don't really see it doing that anytime soon, especially right now because this is looking very, very bearish. It's not looking bullish. It's not looking bullish, that's for sure. It's still just downwards pressure, right? The bulls aren't in control yet. The bears are still in control. Even though we are holding this level of support, you can still tell that the bears are in control. Yeah. All right, and if we get a break below, then obviously we target the lows here. Okay, we get a break below, right? So similar concept, we get a break below, we wait on the retest, then we get in on sells. See, we wait on the retest here, and then we want to see price fail to break above, so rejection of this area, and then we can expect a continuation to the downside. Okay, so that's Euro New Zealand there, guys. Let me know if you guys are understanding that. We've got this guy, MK. Hi, we got Emina. Hey, Pedro. Welcome, Emina. Nice to see you guys. MK, your chart screen is not as smooth as your camera. Yeah. I don't know what it might be a little bit laggy there, but I'm working on it as best as I can. As long as you guys are able to kind of see, that's the most important thing. If it gets laggy or whatever, let me know. All right, guys, we're at we're at 19 likes. Let's go. Welcome to all the new members, guys, that are tuning in. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support. For all the new people that are just tuning in, guys, make sure you guys, I pinned the link to our free Telegram group. So make sure you guys click the link for that. We have an amazing community on there as well. So make sure you guys tune in on our free Telegram group. The link is in that chat box. Also, if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any of these live streams, make sure you guys hit that little notification bell and click all notifications so you don't miss a single live stream. We've got Navi here commenting, what's the lowest time frame you go to? The lowest I'll go is 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, unless it's like a scalp trade or something like that, I'll probably do like 5 minutes. But I don't do the 1 minute. I don't do 5 minutes, to be honest. I don't do that. I used to do it when I first started trading, but I personally don't do it, and I don't recommend it unless you're a scalper. Then okay, I respect that. You know what I mean? You're a scalper, right? You need to do 1 minute, 5 minute time frames. That's different, you know. Okay, so we've got another member here. I can't pronounce your name, my man. Sorry. What do you think about gold? Let's take a look at gold. Right now with gold, I'm expecting, like I said, it's funny enough, when I did a live stream this morning, just to do like a forecast for the week. And funny enough, I told you guys that there would be a retracement. And if you guys came in the morning, like this Sunday morning that I did the live stream, you would remember that I told you that we'd see some sort of a retracement, and we got the retracement now, and it's holding this level of support. However, I'm expecting probably price to break a little bit lower. Could be a possibility. However, we have been holding this level of support, so it's quite significant. We know that gold is kind of stalling at this level. It's rejected this level 3 times. We have been trending to the downside for quite some time, and we're kind of stuck in a range. So I may expect gold, and I mentioned this morning, I mentioned this morning, we may see gold come up a little bit higher. So if it holds that level of support, we may see gold actually push to this high and reject this level. If we get gold push up to this high, then we may see some sort of a rejection of this level and then potentially come back down. We may see gold range for a little bit. That could be a possibility. So just keep that in mind, guys. Could be a slight possibility. However, we know that on the daily, we were trending to the downside for the longest time. You know, we were in a downwards trend. And so we are kind of seeing price start to shift its overall direction. We're failing to create a new lower low. So right now, obviously there's no trade. Right now, I don't really feel, it's just ranging. I don't really feel like there's anything I can get in here. There's nothing. You can't really trade that. There's a lot of sideways action. But overall, I think that, you know, we are kind of in this sideways consolidation. So until we don't do anything out of this, then I'm not going to get in a gold trade overnight unless it's really worth it. Okay, so let's go. Let me read here. Patrick, on the retest, what is your trigger, engulfing candle, etc.? Yes. Typically I like to see engulfing and closure. So like, you know, an engulfing bullish candle or engulfing bearish candle, whatever, if it's whatever it entails at the given time. But for sure, closure. Yeah. I don't get in. I know that even if price is engulfing it and it looks good, everything looks proper, I still won't get in until it closes. MK, how long do you often hold your trades? Typically what I do, and I recommend this a lot, and I teach you guys this also in the live streams and like in my inner circle, I tell you guys, you always want to hold the trade basically if it's time wise, I don't hold it for more than like 3 hours typically, unless I'm like overnight. Typically with my gold trade that I took last week and the GU trade that I took last week, I just went to bed. I set the targets and I said, hey, this is it. I'm gonna put my stop loss a little bit larger. I'm gonna do lower risk, and then I woke up, they were both in profits. So that's how I was able to almost more than double my $100 account on the new. That's the challenge I'm doing, guys. So yeah, but in terms of like when you're in a trade currently, how long do I hold it? It really depends on what the market's doing. So if the market, like for example, if I'm expecting, you know, gold to reach, for example, this high over here, by the time prices are already, let's say it reach, so we get in here and it reaches up here and we're up, let's say whatever, let's say there's what, 20 pips here. No, it's like 86 pips, man. Okay, 86. So yeah, it's the 4 hour, 86 pips, right? So even by the time prices are already kind of like at the highs over here, I'd already been probably out, to be honest, because you don't know what price could do. But I would for sure I always move my stop loss to entry, and I take partials, and then that way it's officially a risk-free trade. And then sometimes if I take a trade overnight, I always do lower risk. IMO or for 1 minute entries. Let's go. Worship songs. What about gold, bro? Yeah, we're looking at gold right there, and like I said, with gold, I don't see anything happening right now at this given time. I see weakness. For example, here on the dollar index. So we may see, like I said, do you see my arrow here? I already had that since the morning. I'm expecting the dollar index to probably come back down to these lows. And then if it comes back down to these lows, we may see it push to the upside, as long as it holds and respects this level of support. So that's kind of what I'm expecting overall, to be honest. We may see some sort of retracement back up to these highs. But again, we don't know yet. Right now it's just ranging. Same thing with gold, it's still kind of ranging. So, you know, we can speculate and say, hey, you know, price will hold this level of support, probably come back to these highs. To be honest, I may see that exact space here that we have here. I may expect to see gold create some sort of a double top. Could be a possibility, right? However, if we get gold push up here, we do have to be mindful that it may continue to go a little bit higher, right? So we don't know yet. But right now I'm just going to stay out of gold. Okay. So we've got okay, what's your analysis on gold? Yeah, like I just went over it. So pretty much we're stuck in a range. I don't see it holding this level. This is kind of, do you see this level here? This is a level here where price may be holding as a level of support if you were to narrow it down like this. But remember, this is zones, right? So to be honest with you, a lot of like new traders might be like, well, this is buys. Yes, but you also have to understand that there's going to be maybe a complex pullback before price actually comes back to the highs of this range, right? So we may see a little bit more of a complex pullback, and that's what's going to pull out a lot of people and shock them when we see gold melt and we wake up and we see gold pushing to the downside, and it actually holds this level of support as opposed to this level over here, right? Which is just this area here. So we don't know. That's my analysis. I don't really see gold. I see gold probably retracing. I don't see it going up higher, especially after a strong move like this. It needs to exhaust, and that exhaustion could be probably just down to this level structure over here, which is this level around 1662, 200, that range area there. You can see clearly, okay, and then if we clear everything here, we can see clearly it's a level of support. You know, price has respected this level multiple times, right? We've got support, right? Resistance, support, resistance, and potentially a level of support. Especially after a strong push, what do we expect, guys? Some sort of an exhaustion, right? I don't think it's going to keep going higher, personally. And if it were to go higher, again, we don't know. No trader knows. We only focus on the probabilities of the markets. No one's going to know the exact direction, right? but we can only focus on what we have. And we can see here, look at this here, we got a triple bottom essentially, right? Price has failed to break below. And also if we look at the daily here, we can see that we have been trending to the downside for quite some time. However, like I mentioned this before, we are in a downwards trend. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for gold. I'm not looking at getting into gold yet, guys. Okay. Not yet. All right, guys. So we're at 21 likes. Can we get it to 30? Let's go. Okay. Were you guys able to understand that on gold? Worship songs, did you understand that on gold? Yes, that's what I'm looking at. That's my analysis, my man. But sometimes it is what it is. There's no trades. I don't see a trade. I won't get in. I can't force the markets. I'll tell you that. I can't force the market, guys. And if we look at it right now, this is untradeable. So I think what gold's going to do is going to probably, knowing gold, it's probably going to come back up, create something similar to what we saw here happen last week. Something like this, except ignore this news. Do you see this here? Do you see this where price came back up, came back down, created some sort of a double top? But do you see that this top was a little bit higher? Something like that, and then it melted. Could be a possibility here. Because like I said, this is a level, and remember it's a zone, right? So it's not just here down here, right? But it's also a zone area here, right? So probably not as thick, but right around there, right? So it could be a level where it's just rejecting it, right? And it's just going to come back up and retest these highs, which kind of goes in confluence with our downwards trend line. Look at this, how price has respected this trend line in the past multiple times, right? You can see it very clearly. All right, so could be a possibility that we may get one more pullback slightly before we may see gold actually push to the highs. Could be a possibility. We'll see. Everything's all about probabilities, guys, in the markets. All right. What are we looking at here for AUUSD? On the daily, we could see that it is holding this level. It's kind of ranging a little bit. This is a low here. Okay, so we could see that it is sideways, going sideways a little bit here, guys. We could see some sideways action here. All right. So we are retracing at this. You can see the retracement literally happened exactly as expected. All right. And now we may expect price to reject this level structure and probably see price come back up to these highs over here, especially since we broke below this downwards trend line. So we may expect AUUSD to come back up. As long as it respects this level of support, we may see continuation to the upside. Let me know, guys, if you're understanding this explanation. Also, let me know if you understood gold as well. I went over NAS as well too, guys. So make sure you guys let me know. We got Sharik here. Good morning from Iraq. Welcome, Sharik. Welcome, my friend. Happy to have you guys here. I hope you guys are understanding it. Let me know, guys, if you're understanding. Guys, we're at 21 likes. Can we get it to 30? Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let me know as well, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you understood that explanation on all the charts that I've been explaining, guys, and AUUSD. Okay. Also, let me know in the chat box below, guys. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, let me know in the chat box where you guys joining us from. Don't be shy, guys. Let me know where you are joining us from today. Let's go. We've got Amina here. Amina, I know you're already part of the family, Amina, so let's go. Please go over NAS 100 again very quickly. Yeah, of course, no problem. So we're gonna take a look at NAS one more time. So with NAS, If we go up on the daily, we can kind of see that we have kind of stalled out at this level of support. We can see that kind of we're moving sideways right now at this point. We're no longer in a trend on the higher time frame. Okay, we're not in a downwards trend, we're not in an upwards trend, we're just kind of sideways. Okay, however, if we look at the higher time frames, like the weekly, we can clearly see we are in a downwards trend. Okay, so we may expect probably NAS 100 to probably NASDAQ, we may see it probably come back once more and create another lower high and come back either to the top of this range where it currently is, or maybe a tad bit even higher before it continues to go down further. However, it might just range for a while, but we are at the bottom of the range. So what do we do when we're at the bottom of the range? We actually may look for buy opportunities. We know that this is also a level of quite a level of significance, especially guys knowing that it's the weekly. We can understand as traders that, you know, this is the overall outlook. We've kind of stalled at this level. You know, let's think of it as a floor, the support level, and then we know that, okay, price is gonna most likely hold this level of support unless we see a break, and we can narrow it down to the 4-hour time frame and get an overall understanding. So we know we're ranging, we know this is the highs of the range, and we know this is the lows of the range. So now that we know that we're pretty much at the lows and we kind of broke below this upwards trend line, right? We can expect some sort of a retracement. Again, that's why I kind of had this held up here, potentially actually to these highs. I may see actually NAS pull back to these highs. We may range for the rest of the night, and we may wake up and you know, probably for New York Open, we may see price push back up and reject this level structure, or even come back a little bit higher. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for NAS. But as of right now, if we look at the 4-hour and even the 1 hour, you can see that it is kind of, you know, just doing a lot of sideways action. So yeah, you know, typically again, we can even currently see here on the 1 hour, you can see that this 1 hour candle is just super bearish. I wouldn't trade NAS at all around these times, but you know what I mean? It gives you an idea as to, okay, you know, we see weakness, obviously most likely maybe London, it'll slowly kind of push down, might trade sideways, you know what I mean? But this is kind of the overall direction right now. It's just ranging. And then maybe potentially, like I said, knowing that we are on the higher time frames, this whole green area at a major level, weekly support, that will give us a strong indication that, hey, you know what, we are probably looking for buys. And similarly, that's how we were able to catch our sells. I don't know if you guys remember, or maybe you guys weren't here, but we had a perfect opportunity for sell opportunities on NASDAQ last week. So we killed that. But yeah. Okay, Mina, yes, I'm understanding you break the markets down better than most Mosque. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Awesome. I'm happy that I'm able to help him. That's what I'm here for. So, I'm happy to have you a part of the family as well. I know Amina's been here for a while too. So, guys, welcome to all the new members. Ventec, let's go Ventec. GJ, a buy. GJ, let's take a look at GJ once more. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. It's almost 12 noon. I don't really see anything just yet. I'm gonna keep an eye out on GU, odd USD as well. Potentially I'll see something, but I'll keep you guys in the loop either way. Let's take a look at GJ here for Ventec. So right now, like what I'm looking at, again, to be completely honest with you, I'm looking for potential short-term buys. So we may see price for GJ come back up, and that's still 70 pips. So we still have a good range. In fact, we have a little bit more, over 100 pips, because if you realize it's not going to come, it's not going to come all the way just to this area here. It's probably going to come up a little bit higher, create some sort of a wick. And so we got about 100 pip range, anywhere between 80 to 100 pip range in terms of buys for GJ. However, if we see weakness in candles, right, we always want to see the candle formations. You want to see bearish price action. If we start seeing bearish price action closer to these highs, let's say like London open, then we may see a melt for a London session. And so you can see clearly even my arrows here that I have lined up. I'm going to leave that until tomorrow. But again, I think overall that we may expect a continuation to the downside. Short-term buys, yes, but then long-term sells is kind of my overall expectation. Just because, like I said, the bears seem like they're trying to take more control here. I really don't see price pushing higher unless it creates some sort of fake out. But typically a fake out will be almost instantly, where price will, let's say for example, let's say like over here, right? Like let's say over here price pushed down and then it came back up and then it pushed over here, right? Like there's so many areas where when it's a fake out, you'll clearly see it as day, and then price actually usually pushes back in almost instantaneously, right? Boom, fake out. You know, and that's a 4-hour span, by the way. 8 hours actually. Over here as well, look, that was a fake out there too, right? This is a level of resistance, right? Support, and then boom, faked out, and then came back in, created the wick. So for me to say that is going to be a fake out, I mean, could be, but I don't really think so. It's slowly creeping up. Like you can see the candles are slowly struggling. So the bulls are fighting to push price up. And remember, each candlestick each candlestick has a story. And so that's kind of like how I look at the markets. And again, you guys know, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, each trader has a way of looking at the markets, but this is just how I found how it has worked for me. You guys have been able to see how we've been able to catch all these pips. Like last week alone, in my inner circle, we caught 505 pips. You know what I mean? If you took the trades that I took, we caught over 500. Like I'm telling you guys, you know, and the good thing is, like, half of those trades as well too, I shared it in the live stream. So in the live stream, I told you guys, hey, this is what I'm looking at, guys. This is what I'm looking at for gold. This is what I'm looking at for GU, right? So it's not like I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Because I'm here to help you guys out. You know what I mean? And we're live every day. And, you know, live streams are free, guys. You come in, you know, you take notes, and you know, you learn. That's the most important thing, guys. And I'm here to help you out. We're all one big family, guys. We've been able to establish this huge community. Well, small community in the bigger spectrum, right? But to me, it's huge in itself, right? And so, yeah, like, I just want you guys to know that you can count on me. I'm here for you. And, you know what I mean? I don't want you guys to feel alone, because I know what it's like to, you know, I have the, like I've said it in the past, I have the support from my parents. I have the support from my wife, you know, my family, you know, everyone in my family. But being a trader can be lonely sometimes, because at the end of the day, your family, even as much as they love you, they're not the ones that are going to be studying, you know, day in and day out. You know what I mean? They're not the ones that are trying to absorb this information, right? They're not the ones that are really putting in the work in that sense, right? In terms of like really trying to grasp what the markets is. How do you trade the markets? You know what I mean? All these different variables, right, involved, right? So it really comes down to you putting your head down and really focusing to see the results that you desire, right? And I can tell you guys, if you're consistent, if you show up, you know what I mean? If, you know, I've seen so many people that have seen my live streams every single day, guys, and I've seen them see the results, right? But they're really, really, really consistent. That's the only way you're going to get results, guys. Okay. And you have to be patient also as traders. Okay. So I'm just going to read through the comments here. Most better than most. Okay. Better than most. Thank you, Amina. I really appreciate it. Siraj, welcome, Siraj. Could you do USD CAD? Yeah, bro. We'll take a look at USD CAD before I leave. Buddha here. Yo, greetings everyone. Pedro, what's your take on AUD USD overall? Damn, I'm late. It's all good, bro. I'll take a look here. AUD USD just before. Overall, I'm expecting a retracement, bro. So to be honest, we are, if you look here on the daily, we are kind of in a slight range. So we may see probably price come back up to these highs, and we may see a rejection. So we may see AUD USD push up, dependent on how the dollar index is. If the dollar weakens, then we can expect a continuation to the downside. Sorry, if the Australian weakens, then we can expect a continuation to the downside. But that's kind of what I'm looking at there, guys. We're expecting it to give one more push to the highs of this range, and then we may see a rejection. If we got a clear rejection here on the daily, or, you know, the 4 hours looking super, super bearish, then we can expect a continuation to the lows of the range. But as of right now, as long as it holds this level of support, Let me kind of open this up here so you guys can see a little bit better. As long as it holds this level of support, then and we see some bullish price action where we can target these highs and, you know, look for buy entries around here, and that's over 113 pips. But either way, I'll keep you guys in the loop as always. You guys know that. Okay, so let's continue on here, guys. We're at 24 likes, guys. Can we get it to 30? Let's go. Okay, so we got Cherry, got Coach, take a look at odd NZD. Okay, we'll take a look at odds NZD. Just gonna read through the comments first here, guys. Do you take into consideration fundamentals when making your analysis? Yeah, of course. Obviously it's good to look. That's why I have the Forex factory here, but I don't trade fundamentals. Hold on one sec. Yeah, November 6th. Yeah, I'm not a fundamental trader. I'm a technical trader. So technical traders, I don't really focus so much on the fundamentals aspect of it. I'm just aware of it, which is good. So typically what I always tell everyone, or the way I've learned, is to focus on hunkering down your psychology, hunkering down and understanding how to trade the markets, the whole technical analysis, and understanding that if there's news going on, how could that news affect it? It's good to be have a basic understanding of how, for example, the dollar, if the dollar weakens, it's correlated with gold, for example. You know what I mean? Or you know, if we have Japan news, right? The Japanese yen, then that's going to affect, for example, my Euro JPY trade, for example, right? Or GJ, right? Or if we got some British pound news, right? They're going to raise the interest rates. Okay, if they're going to raise the interest rates, that's going to be bad for the economy, for the British pound, right? So as long as you have a basic understanding, you should be fine. If there's news going on, and that's why you'll notice that I tell you guys, I try to stay out, because I like to trade the aftermath. I don't like to predict it, because to me, that's just gambling at that point. Trying to predict the overall direction. The market could do anything at any given time. And as traders, you'll realize that over time, as time goes by, you realize that the market and I'm telling you guys, for example, I recommend you guys to read the book Trading in the Zone. It's really, really good by Marco Douglas. He's been in the industry for over like 40 years. He's been trading. And so he knows a lot, and it's like what he says, right? The market, and even my mentor, when I first started, he said the same thing. He's like, the market can do anything at any given time. You grab your profits and you run. That's what he would say. He was like, you run, and he starts laughing. But it's true. It's true. You know what I mean? So trading news there's a level of risk. And then if you'd rather, or you find yourself that you prefer trading like fundamentals, then that's your form of trading style. And again, there's so many ways of trading the markets. Everyone looks at the markets differently. Everyone has a different edge. Everyone has a different strategy. And so it really just depends what you like, to be honest, at the end of the day. You know, you'll meet traders that'll be like, I don't look at fundamentals at all. For me, it's like, I consider fundamentals. I'll have a basic understanding of it. But I won't base my trading off of it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's me personally, though. Some people mix it. Some people mix the fundamentals and all that, but I don't know. I personally, the way I was taught and the way I learned, I just kind of stay out. Okay, we've got here, my GJ prediction was pretty different from yours, but I'll see what just ends up happening. Buddha, yeah, I guess it'll make Will/Mike close the gap, creating the Asian Open before dipping. Thanks. No problem, bro. Okay, so Ventec, I'm on GJ buys for 55 pips, take profit. Nice, bro. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So I think we had Sharik here and Suraj USD CAD. Suraj. And then I'm gonna have to call it a night, guys, because I have to wake up tomorrow, you know, for our live stream that we come on every single day, guys. You guys know that. So I have to wake up for tomorrow. Okay, USD CAD. We are seeing bearish sentiment. This is kind of looking like, it's funny enough, it's actually looking like that double, not the double top, sorry, the head and shoulders pattern formation I mentioned, because you can see my support here and you can see my level of resistance. So this is kind of that extra leg that I was kind of mentioning that we may see it, extra shoulder, sorry, we may see it creating, and it did create that shoulder and then it rejected. So for example, USD CAD, as long as it continues to break below, right now it's kind of a little bit at an indecision, you know, it's indecision right now. Like you see the candles, it's just ranging. We got a close, but however, you can see it opened up here. So what I would say is I would wait as long as price continues. If we get the next candle break below and we get a strong closure below, then we wait for the retest. Wait for the retest as a level of confirmation that we're looking for sells. Otherwise, if you kind of narrow it down to the 30-minute, this is very, very choppy. And you know, we got the strong momentum. It's exhausting right now, so it's consolidating. However, this is not enough information for me to be like, I'm looking for sells. You know what I mean? So we need to see it kind of break below these lows with a strong momentum push and a closure, bearish closure, and then we want to wait for the retest as an extra confirmation, knowing that on the higher time frames, we've got still lots of room to the downside. Because even here on the daily, you know, we can see price potentially come back down. You know, we can kind of target first level in hand over here as TP1, and then there's lots more room here to the downside as, you know, a second area here where we can target. So we still have lots of great room to the downside, but overall we just have to realize that we have to confirm that we are breaking below these levels. Otherwise, we're not looking for buys, because we could get price react at this level. Could be just a fake out on the higher time frames, and price could come back up once more. So that's kind of my outlook there for USD CAD as of right now, and we'll see what ends up happening. Okay guys, so I've got one more here. Let's go. We got Daniel Trades. Let's go. Hello Pedro, shout out from South Africa. Great consistency. I'm also a new content creator, learning from you, man. Thanks bro, I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the support. Yeah, like thanks so much guys for, you know, tuning in. And like I said, you know, I try to provide as much value as I possibly can. You know what I mean? I'm only one person, but I try to do the best that I can to you know, trade the markets with you, but also create the content, right? Because creating the content's not that in itself is a lot of time too. You know what I mean? You know, editing and, you know, doing thumbnails and descriptions. It's not just copy paste, right? So yeah, it's you know, it's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. You know, because you're able to create this amazing community that we're already establishing. So okay, so also welcome to all the new members that are just tuning in, guys. We're at 27 likes. Let's go. We're almost at 30. Welcome to all the new members, guys. Don't be shy, comment below, let us know where you're just where you're tuning in from. And then we also had one more member here, Sharik, I believe it was, Odd NZD. And sorry guys if I'm not able to read all the comments, it's just it does add up here. So we've got Sharik here, Odd NZD. I don't think I had that one. Okay, that was one of the last ones. So yeah, so Odd NZD, I think we already kind of went over this one here. So on the daily, we can see that, you know, it is kind of broken below this level of structure. We can see that this is a major level of structure actually on the daily, and we can see that we've broken below it. This is a proper break below. However, look at these candles like this. This is indicating to me reversal. So I'm expecting price to probably come back up and retest this level of previous support as a level of resistance. So if you get a clear rejection of this level, we can see a nice clean continuation of odd NZD sells. If we go down to the 4 hour, again, we may see price continue to go to the downside as long as we respectfully, come back up to this level and reject it. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking at for now. But as of right now, like for example, like just short term, it's still kind of ranging, so we can expect a continuation of the range, and potentially, like I said, we may get that pullback, so a break out of this range to the upside before it continues to go down lower. I'll leave that as is for now, but that's kind of my overall outlook for odd NZD. Yeah guys, I think that's all we got for tonight. Yeah, I mean, like I said, GU, I'm expecting it to come back up to these highs and then potentially reject these highs and then continue to melt. So similar with GJ again, right? So GJ, I'm expecting it potentially to come up to these highs and reject it, and then we may see a continuation to the downside. That's kind of my expectation. And again, we can only focus on high probable setups, and that's kind of how we can kind of trade the markets, right? No one knows the overall direction of the markets. However, we can, you know, with our edge, we can overall understand what price is trying to tell us, and what price is trying to do. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there for GJ. Same with gold right now. So right now there's just, everything's just ranging right now. We just got to wait it out, guys. It is what it is. Sometimes we'll have trade opportunities where, you know, we can get in. You know, I was hoping to get in a trade opportunity before going to bed and just kind of set and forget. But, you know, you can't really force the market, guys. But you learn day by day, you improve day by day, and go from there. Guys, welcome to all the new members that are just tuning in. I see a couple new members just joining the family. And so just wanted to welcome you guys to the family. You know, maybe if you're new, maybe you're struggling with trading, whatever the case is, you've come to the right place. Maybe you're just trying to become profitable. Maybe you've blown your account multiple times and you're just tired of blowing your account. You've come to the right family. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell and click all notifications so you don't miss a single live stream. And also make sure you guys click that link right there that I just put in the chat box to join in on our free Telegram, guys. It's absolutely free to join. We have a great community where you can talk, you can, you know, socialize there with other traders. And, you know, if you need that support, you have that support there, that community you can count on. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions for me. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help, like I said. Also, if you guys are, because I did have some people reach out wondering if we have what broker I recommend. The broker that I usually have two brokers. So I have, well, right now, obviously I've tried other brokers in the past, but right now I have Black Bull Markets. That's kind of my main account that I have right now, but I am going to be shifting them over to my other broker, which is Blueberry Markets. They're really good. They're Australian. They are regulated and they have really tight spreads. You can tell the difference for sure. And that's the one that I deposited the $100. It's already at 364, that account. And, you know, it's crazy. So they have really good spreads. I think there's a sign up bonus. I don't know what the sign up bonus is, but if you're looking for a good quality broker that you can count on with good customer service, that's the link right there, guys, as well. And also, guys, if you're looking to level up on your trading, or maybe you just want to, you know, follow up and learn how I look at the markets, make sure you guys join my inner circle. I have an amazing community there as well too, a group of individuals where I can, you know, help you step by step, you know, kind of level up on your trading. You can follow my trades. You can see when I close. I do, you know, educational outlooks, you know, monthly Zoom calls. And so, you know, doing everything I can to be able to help you guys level up on your trading, stop losing trades. And really, you know, it's with live streams, what I find a lot, people is like, they come in, they enjoy it, and it's awesome. And that's why I provide this absolutely free, guys, to join in. All this value I give you guys, it's free. I don't charge anything for these live streams. But sometimes I find that sometimes when you guys come in, I have people that are like, damn, I just missed the live stream, or like, damn, I'm at work, or crap, I can't do this. So the nice thing is being a part of that inner circle, you're kind of always in the loop as to what I'm looking at, where I'm at, you know, in the markets. And also you can always reference back and be like, oh, okay, this is what he was looking at, GJ, or gold, he was expecting gold to go up or whatever, right? So that is there. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you all very much. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I will keep you guys in the loop as to what we can expect of the markets. But as of right now, that's kind of what I'm looking at for now, guys. Thank you. And I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Bye for now.